Gamertag Radio presents E3 coverage. Hosts Danny Pena, Paris Lilly, and Peter Toledo are direct from the convention center floor.
Today was a very interesting day. So let me go back. Usually we get a lot of emails from indie companies. Sometimes there's some games that I do some research and they get my attention. So I'm like, all right, I gotta check this out. So there was this game called State of Mind that I was like, oh, cool name. I clicked it. I saw the trailer, and I was like, okay, this is it's gonna be available for the PC and Nintendo Switch. Love the concept. I love the graphics because it reminded me of out of I think it's called Out of This World. They came out back in the early 90s for the PC. Also came out for like Nintendo and stuff. You were probably not even born at the time. But it was a lot of fun, dude. And so we went today. Had no clue. It was like a very small room, right? It was the writer and I believe the producer was there.
Super nice people. We sat down. And the first thing that Wayne said, "Yo, do you guys watch Black Mirror?"
That's
Yeah,
the first thing.
They started talking about the story, and I was looking at all the art and the posters, and I was like, "This is super like Black Mirror because it's all about technology and the dark side and where we're going towards, like in our future."
The technology, right? Because that's the thing he was bringing up. He was bringing up a lot about
transhumanism.
Yeah, and he was saying how. He was like, look, this is not no fake information. This is like true stuff that's going to happen in the future. He mentioned Google. He mentioned a lot of like companies, especially Google, of like things that they're planning to do in the future technology wise and all that. That was like, okay, so in the game, I was noticing in the game, I was like, what is these shapes all over the place, right? It's basically like different objects that it highlights those objects. But he was basically talking about I was like, okay, I get it now. At first I didn't get it. I was like, why all those images they're everywhere? But the thing is, the character they have it, I believe, eye contact for that. So
it automatically like creates these icons over the items that you can examine or just look at, and you can turn them around, and sometimes there's hidden messages or clues on them. And I was instantly drawn in because you
were smiling the whole time.
Yeah, like, it was so interesting to me because he started talking about how the head of Google is a transhumanist, and he believes that in 30 years time we can upload our consciousness to a virtual plane. And that's what this whole game is pretty much about. And so I was just blown away that he was picking up like business cards, and on the back there were clues and stuff. So it was really cool that you could look at all these things and find clues, and it became very much an investigation. And I was just like, oh man, I was like connecting dots, and I was figuring out all kinds of stuff.
And there's a lot of twists, which I don't want to mention anything.
No spoilers.
No spoilers because
it's very good.
It's very good, and I really want people to get that experience by them playing the game. There might be some articles out there that maybe we'll post some spoilers, but I don't want to do that. And we have that conversation for 2 days now.
Yeah.
We've been talking about that. So, yeah, it's good. And the thing is, he was showing us the PC version, and I was looking at the Switch the whole time because they had the Switch there.
Sitting in the dock.
Sitting there off. And then I asked, can I see the Switch version? Of course. They take it out, turn it on. You were the one that actually played it. I was looking the whole time. It looked good.
Yeah.
Now, it's not no PC version.
Yeah.
But it looks really, really good for the Switch. And I think this might be the deepest story for an indie game that's available on like the e-store for the Switch. I think so.
No, hands down. I think the story was so interesting to me that by the time he gave me the rundown, I was in. And then once we started investigating, I started connecting dots. Within halfway through that meeting, I knew I was buying the game.
Even the cover. just look at the cover. Look at the cover of the game.
I was
It's-
staring at it and I was making ideas. I was connecting dots. I was like, oh.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah,
Just-
we
just-
can't. We can't. It's good.
Just make sure to check it out. It's
Mhm.
very interesting. Stay in mind. Did they mention I can't remember if they did mention the.
I think they said
really-
August.
August?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be in the
Don't
eShop.
quote me on that.
eShop, and they're trying to see if they could also release this as a like physical version too.
Yeah, they did say that for the
They're
cartridge.
they're still working on it, but honestly, I'm the first one. I'm definitely gonna play this, man. Because
Most definitely.
now, it wasn't the gameplay.
It was the story.
It was a story, and I think
and the
yeah.
fact that you could play 6 different characters that are all they're all obviously connected in the same world, but you're getting to experience this person's realization, this person's realization.
Mm-hmm.
You realize their motives and how it affects their motives, and it's so good.
it's good. It's good.
Yeah, it
it's
was
good.
really good.
Yeah,
Very futuristic too. So there's like
Yeah.
a lot of concepts that we're actually starting to think about as humans, and it's very thought provoking.
why you mentioned Black Mirror?
So Black Mirror you haven't seen much of Black Mirror.
I haven't. So don't say too much.
I'm not going
for
to.
spoilers, but
Basically,
short version.
Black Mirror, it shows you these elements of technology that we have, and it shows you where they could go and where we are almost going with them and how it can turn dark. So, for example, we take an Uber, we rate the driver rates us. So there's an episode in Black Mirror where everyone has a rating. Every interaction you do has a rating. And if you want to go on an airplane, you can't go unless you're 4 stars or something like that. And now there are actual countries that are starting to have social ratings, and it actually it affects where you can go and what kind of service you get. And in that episode, like, things go crazy, obviously, but the game, it reminded me of that too, because he's talking about how people at Google, these transhumanists, are saying that we can scan our minds, and the whole thing is about a futuristic dystopia versus the online utopia. And would you rather live in a perfect world that might not be entirely real, or a real world that's flawed? And it's a really good.
It's I think it's scary,
It's scary because it's so real,
and
we're getting there.
and it's deep, and it's
Yes.
deep. The conversation and the story is really deep. So yeah, stay in mind. August, right? August.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but it's coming out for the PC for sure.
What I am
and-
100% sure for is I'm getting it.
Yeah, and on the Switch. Now you're getting the Switch version.
Yeah, definitely the Switch
Definitely?
version, because
Cool.
I can see myself just taking it off the dock and
Yeah.
walking and just reading all the clues. They told
Even the trailer that they have online is really cool. Check it out. Yeah, we're gonna say.
just all of the details. I told
Yeah.
them, like, I was already starting to connect the dots, and they were moving through stuff kind of quickly. And I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
because they just wanted us to really understand the story, the environment, the couple twists, and all that. And plus, you notice that it was the writer that was really talking the whole time.
Yeah.
You know that I think he even took over the conversation more than the producer of the game.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I knew he was super into it. That's why I asked him about Black Mirror, and he was like, "Yes, I have watched it." But what's cool is
yeah.
this isn't like any of the episodes in Black Mirror. It's just the whole general theme of technology and humans and how we're combining.
Yep.
It's yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up here. And Wayne, thanks, man, for all the help, man. It was
No
great,
problem.
great conversation about State of Mind.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.